Welcome inside of Health. We have a very interesting guest here with us, Akshay Jain. He's a senior faculty of Arts of Living and has taught happiness, corporate and youth courses across India, Europe, and also here in Africa. These programs impact tools and techniques to participants on healthy and happy living. He's worked on multiple service projects like youth leadership training programs, Prison Smart, and also 5H programs. Now, he's talking about impact of food on your mind and body. I mean, imagine that, You are welcome, Akshay.
Thank
to
you.
have you here. Where exactly are you from, by the way?
I'm from India.
You're from India.
Yes.
Okay, you've tried our Nigerian food, have you?
Oh yes, I've tried a couple of dishes in Nigeria.
All right, do you notice we're having something very special today?
Yeah, and you spoke about it, but
Yeah.
I don't think I've tried that.
You haven't tried pomo?
No.
You haven't?
Never.
Well, you don't eat meat, so
I don't eat meat, yeah.
Oh, well, okay, we'll talk about that, but the impact of what we eat. Are we what we eat, basically?
Yeah, it's a popular saying, we become what we eat. But you know, if you look at food, it has an impact. Normally we say we eat food so that we get nutrition for the body. But food also has an impact on mind.
Oh.
For example, if you have eaten a heavy lunch, how do you feel after that?
A bit sleepy sometimes.
Most of the offices, they don't want to have important meetings after lunch hours.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't it? So if you eat very heavy meals, it has an impact on your mind. You feel dull, lethargic. So we categorize food into three types.
Okay.
One which brings dullness in the mind. So you feel non-interested in things, lethargic, dull overall. So that is one category of food. The second category of food would be which causes restlessness, activity in the mind. So you may have seen some people, they're shaking, they're sitting. So mind is restless, mind is running, rushing.
Yeah.
So food has an impact on that state of mind.
Okay.
And then there is a third type of food which brings calmness, focus and positivity in the mind.
Okay.
So if you understand food, you can actually eat the right thing and make sure that you're energetic.
Okay.
And it's also like we feel that, oh, if I eat too much, it will be better for my body. It is on the other side, it impacts your body adversely. So the more you eat, the more toxin, the more waste accumulates inside the body, right? So food becomes a very important part to see how you maintain your energy levels and how focused you are in the mind.
Okay, so if I want to be very energetic, or if I want my mind to be fast-paced, and what kind of food exactly now, examples, should I be looking to eat?
So light food which is easily digested, right? So the food, as I said, the third category of food, where it brings focus in the mind, means fresh food. That is one very important part. Okay. Then easily digestible food. So normally we say plant-based food is very good, because any plant-based food can be digested within 3 hours.
3 hours?
3 hours.
Okay.
And a very heavy meat diet can take anywhere between 6 hours to 72 hours to digest. So the more heavy the food is, the more it takes to digest and throw out of the system. It also, there's a concept called prana. Prana means subtle life energy inside us.
Subtle life energy.
Energy inside us. So high prana food will be that which can give birth to another food. For example, a seed. If you have a plant-based thing, they can give rise to a new life. So it has some potency to give life. Whereas the other part of food is dead food. It does not give life.
Okay.
Right?
So I'm seeing two different kinds of food here. If I want it to impact my mind, so it's either I'm vegetarian or that I eat meat.
Yeah. So
is there a real tangible demarcation between two different kinds of people who eat different kinds of food? Like
not really. So I won't say that meat eaters are they will be dull and so there are many very intelligent, bright, energetic people who eat meat, but to take it in the right quantity at the right time.
At the right time.
At the right time.
When is the right time, would you suggest?
When you feel hungry.
When you feel hungry?
That's the first thing. You should eat when you're hungry. See what impact it does. When you feel hungry, that means there are enough acids in the stomach. And when you're not hungry, then stomach is resting. It does not secrete those acids to break down your food. So, and people eat all the time. You know, you are meeting, you're snacking.
Yeah.
So any time is a good time to eat food is what we are doing today. But eat when you're hungry and small portions.
Okay.
You know, stomach is maybe this much size, and how much do we eat?
But it can expand. And
It can
you wanna
expand.
Eat a whole lot.
So which means you're stretching it out, you're giving it too much work to do, and that's not good in the long term.
Okay, does that take away the culture of having breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Are you saying that if I have to eat only when I'm hungry, then maybe if my buddy says eat only twice a day, I could or should eat only twice a day?
So some people, so it is very dependent on your body type. So according to Ayurveda, which is the Indian traditional medicine science, they categorize bodies into 3 types.
Okay.
So one type is more prominently with air element, where they want movement, these type of people, and they can eat frequently.
Okay.
There's another type which is fire dominant, and these people get hunger, and they can also, if they don't eat on time, they can become angry and they can't handle, you know, they can become a little cranky. And then the third type is they can easily manage hunger. You know, they may eat 1 straight meal in a day, and that's fine with them. So it depends. You have to understand your body and then accordingly treat it with the right type of food. Timing, I would strongly discourage very heavy 1 meal a day. I see that culture here.
Very heavy 1 meal a day
is not a very good idea.
A lot of people actually practice that.
I think
How is that a bad thing?
So I think this the genesis of this here is because people have very difficult lives. They start very early in the morning and come back very late, so they don't get time to eat food. So what they tend to do is they eat once and they feel that it will continue. But many times when you have a heavy meal in the morning, you come to office and you're sleeping. Not a good idea. So have smaller portions. 1, 2, or 3 times is a good meal habit.
So personal experience, from when I was a kid up until when I was perhaps maybe 17 or 18, I had I don't know what to call it, but I never felt hunger.
Oh, good for you. Some people can survive on sunlight also. I've heard of that.
I grew up a very skinny kid in any case, but I never felt hunger. So for such a person who is likely not to, how can they then prorate how they eat across the day?
So there can be 2 aspects to it. One is maybe you have something wrong, so you should get it tested with the doctor.
I'm glad I don't have
that. But if you are energetic, I think then your body is able to take whatever small food you're taking, they can gather from that.
No matter how small.
And see, as human beings, as animals also, the animal kingdom, they know what is suitable for them, and from there they are able to derive the best energy. For example, elephant is one of the strongest animals, and what does it eat?
Vegetation.
Vegetation. And it can derive all the protein from that. So the way we are structured, the way our teeth are, the way our intestines are, we are suitable. We have certain food which are suitable for you, and that's what we should be eating.
Okay. How do you manage your eating habit personally?
So I have 3 meals a day. I start with the breakfast around 8 o'clock, and then
what
lunch.
does your breakfast consist of?
So we have a lot of Indian stuff. So you won't maybe understand so much of it.
Protein based or is it vegetables?
Mix. So it is vegetables. It's protein. Protein means now protein in the Nigerian parlance means meat.
Yes, plenty of it.
So but we have a lot of plant-based protein. So I eat a lot of plant-based protein, rice, wheat. So these are our staple diet.
And for your last meal, you suggest that people do what? Because that's very important.
Last meal, especially if you're having late in the night, should be very light. Maybe soups and some light meal, so that you can digest it and then sleep. Because if you eat and sleep immediately, that also creates toxins in the body.
Okay, very interesting. I think I want to learn more, and I'm hoping that you come back and tell us more about this, because I think I need to restructure a lot of my mind, and I would like it to be based on what I eat.
Yeah, and if you become sensitive to that, you will see that you can observe your own mind, how at certain times you're very restless, how at certain times you're very dull. So you can yourself do certain things to push yourself into the positivity and focus.
Akshay, I must say there's a certain calm that comes with your visit every time you're here.
Thank you.
And I always look forward to it. I will be looking forward to it again next week.
Thank you
for always
thanks for having me.